YouTube, what's going on? It's your boy Jones. Got a few things I wanted to talk about. Pretty exciting day for me, you know what I'm saying? Oh, by the way, yeah, I know, not my normal attire. I'm wearing a schmog scarf. Um, a schmog is just a square scarf. You can tie it a little differently. And then I like the stars because it reminds me of the American flag. Or it reminds me of an infidel in the Middle East. Whatever, man. Anyway. So, a few things I wanted to talk about. Listen, so we were talking about the shooting, right? We were talking about the shooting, the last video. And one of the people I mentioned, Jalen Martin, who was a guest on Infowars. You know, it was showing his picture and his YouTube account. It wasn't showing him live on Infowars, just, they did a phone, let's call it a phone speak talk interview. So, Alex Jones is there talking to Jalen Martin. And guess what? I look at my comments, and one of the people commenting is Jalen Martin. And correcting me, telling me that it wasn't CIA who was training the teachers and staff beforehand, but it was the Secret Service. Which is weird to me because that's not their job, as far as I know. I didn't look and see what their job is. But to protect their president, the president, ex-presidents, and other things is what I associate with them. So I find that to be very odd. Hey, I love the comments from you folks. We've got some really smart people on this channel. Smart, respectable people on the channel. I love that. You couldn't ask for more. Now, once again, shout outs to anybody who was putting that good info on the comments. I loved it. We've got some smart people. Now, let's go back to Jalen Martin. Guys, do you know how small my channel is? Let me show you how small my channel is. This is how small my channel is, okay? To have Jalen Martin, who was on Infowars, comment on my channel is a bit too amazing. It's amazing. It's too amazing. My questions are, how did you find my small channel? Ugh, sorry guys. Facebook hits me up, but I don't really go on Facebook. So I don't know why they keep doing this every day of my life. Anyway, so I'm a really small channel. So how did Jalen come across my channel? I think I put his name in the show notes. So maybe he Googled his name and maybe that popped up. But please understand, I'm a very small channel. Also, once again, I really, it was cool to see his account comment on my account, right? But once again, and I would like to know, how did Alex Jones contact you, Jalen? How did that happen? Did you maybe call in? I would figure it's hard to call in. So I'm curious about that. And another thing I'd like to ask the audience, who watches Infowars? And what do you guys think about Alex Jones? Please leave a comment. The reason I asked this is because Alex Jones put me off a little bit when they started plugging so much product, okay? When I started they talk about something important, and then it'd be like a 30-second plug, and then it started going to bigger minutes of plugs, 5-minute plugs. It seemed like almost 20-minute plugs. And I didn't really want to see that every freaking episode. I got tired of it. By the way, I'm not bashing them. I got some survival shield here, the iodine. I thought it was very important to get iodine, and I got their toothpaste. But, in one of my comments, someone mentioned Alex Jones leading us pretty much into a hole. He's got a lot of good information. But the best way for the bad to lead people, the sheep, right, is to show these truths and then lead them down the path that they want to lead you down. So, hey, shout outs. Thank you very much for the comments. But, yeah, if you guys can let me know what's going on with Alex Jones, I don't know if I can believe things. But we've got some really intelligent people commenting on this channel. So, your comments on Alex Jones, and if all the plugging turns you off as well. You know how long it's been since I've watched Alex Jones? Actually, not very long, because I'm talking about Jalen Martin during the shooting. But when I was looking at, some of the shooting things, he pops up. And I think in the video that I watched, the last 5 or 10 minutes was straight plugs of material that he has to sell. Now, I believe that we need these type of things, but I worried because he's got such a massive audience, okay? Such a massive audience that I worry if you were to do something to his product, it'd reach a lot of good Americans. And that worries me. It really does. Listen, I'm not talking bad against Alex Jones at all. I'm just confused because he does have a big audience, but certain sources are telling me that he's crossed over to the dark side, basically is how I like to put it. So I wonder. But he's got so much good information. So it's like, interesting. I got to get some more info on that, but I'm not quite sure where to look. Now, back to Jaylen Martin on Infowars. He corrected me, and he was saying that one thing that I said, or I don't even remember what I said because I was looking at my notes right then. One thing that he said was that it wasn't the CIA that that was teaching the staff and teachers about shooting drills weeks beforehand. He's saying that it's the Secret Service. So if you look into my comments on the last video regarding the shooting, he mentions the Secret Service. And thank you for the info, Jaylen. I find that to be very odd, okay? I find that to be very odd because it's the Secret Service, okay? What fucking service are you? What are you doing? I mean, for government to be showing you is weird enough. The Secret Service, who protects the presidents and ex-presidents, it's weird to me. Oh my gosh. Signature yawn. You know, I don't yawn any other time of the day except for when I'm making videos. I should probably look into that. So yeah, the Secret Service. That's weird to me because, guys, what do they do? I didn't do my research, but we should all find that to be kind of weird. By the way, the school is named after Marjorie Stoneman Douglas. Okay, that's the legend behind the name of the Florida school with the shooting. She was notorious for her efforts against draining the swamp of the Everglades. Let that sink in. She was notorious for her efforts against draining the swamp of the Everglades. And what is Trump trying to do? Drain the swamp in D.C. Coinky dink? I think not. So, I got that information off of Anti-School and James Munder. Alright? You guys can look into it. The more I look into things very heavily, certain things very heavily, and you just fall down these different rabbit holes and all this and that. So you guys can do that type of research. But listen, I find that to be very interesting. So that was a message to Donald Trump to not drain the swamp. Also, guys, if you folks, guys and gals, can let me know. Listen, I've got comments telling me that no one died. I want to know that no one died and that no one got hurt. But can I go off of someone saying no one died? It was fake. Listen, I know it was staged, but that doesn't mean that people didn't get hurt because our government will do anything to anyone to protect their name and to not get things into the mainstream media. So I'd like to know, and Jaylen Martin, if you can comment again, hey, do you know anybody who got hurt? Do you know anyone who was injured? And once again, I'm skeptical. I'm always skeptical about things. I need research, but you know, my YouTube channel is just so tiny. I find it odd that Jaylen was able to contact me, and I also find it odd, like I said in my other video, that Alex Jones would have Jaylen Martin speak to him. But you know, just like the Las Vegas shooting, people ended up missing. People with information ended up missing. So, you know, I feel like it's very dangerous for Alex to talk to Jaylen. You know, to put this young man who's well-spoken in that type of danger. Maybe I'm crazy for thinking that way, but I try and look at all parts of this 3D chess that Trump is playing, that we're all a part of. like it or not. So just, I keep, my eyes open, not to sound like a crazy man, but, hey, what's up? The government could have very well have used Jalen's account to contact me, just like they do with tweets on Twitter. They block them and they tweet for people. Not cool, government. Not cool. And our government's freaking huge. There's like, what, 17 agencies? So I got to be weary about what's going on. It just amazes the hell out of me. Once again, this is how big my channel is. How did you find me? So, please comment on that, folks. On that note, as well as if you watch an Infowars, all the advertisement puts you off and now you don't watch it. Or am I the only one? It's nuts to me. Let's move on. The Broward County Sheriff, Scott Israel. The Broward County Sheriff is a member of the Hillary for America. Oh my God. That's interesting. So you see pictures of Scott Israel with Hillary. It's pretty nuts, guys. It's pretty nuts. Things are just so freaking crazy. I can't even wrap my mind around it. But they are crazy. And if we sound crazy, you and me talking about it, it's because these things are happening and it's crazy and they should not be happening. So there's that. The sheriff is for Hillary. Now, in the videos that you see of the shooting, notice that none of those shootings are inside the school. Also, these shootings are outside the school. These shootings are outside the school. The cameras are located outside the school. What are they hauling? There's a couple of people hauling a bag to the back of a pickup truck. It's not one person. It might be two people, one on either side, or four people. But what are they running to this pickup truck? You keep seeing these videos of that. What's in that bag? It's not big enough to be a body bag, but it's heavier. It's too heavy for one person to carry because it's not one person carrying it. What the hell is in that bag? And it's being loaded into a pickup truck. So please take a look at. Oh man, I should have. You know what? I should have put that video in the show notes. My bad, y'all. But I hope everybody understands what I'm talking about. But I was just wondering, are those the weapons? But are weapons that heavy? And by weapons, I thought it was just one gun. So please keep that in mind. I don't know what the hell's going on, but yeah, this looks to be staged 100%. My comments, we got some smart people showing some info in the comments. Drain the swamp. Ha! That's what the lady was trying to do. They named that school after that lady. That's what Trump's doing. And yo, Jalen Martin commenting on my page. Nuts, bro. Nuts. But once again, these are tactics used, right? It could be the Jalen Martin, or it could be our government putting a hush on things, as they've been doing, right? Guys, thank you very much, guys and gals. I hate saying guys to mean general. Thank you very much for looking at my channel. I'm glad we've got some really intelligent, respectful people looking. Talk to y'all soon.